Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a little video on propane versus Origo alcohol stoves and just general alcohol stoves in general. Today we're at Reid Harbor, spelled R-E-I-D, Harbor, got my notes. Stewart Island, it's July 26, 2021. This is the San Juan Islands. We're up here for a little while. We left my big boat, Alita Fox, in Mexico, down there at Cabrales Boatyard in Puerto Peñasco, and we're on this boat for a while. It gets pretty hot down there in Baja. Beautiful place, but it gets really hot in the summertime, so we come up to Washington to get away from the heat. So this is my cooking area on the little boats. Cooking on little boats is a little different than the big boat. You have to kind of do everything out here. That's why I wrote that book, Cooking on Your Knees, because I'm always down here cooking on my knees. But these are the two stoves, and this boat, the way we work this boat is I have my pots and utensils up there in the little bin, and then down here I have another bin with all the food in it. So I gather up all the food. Got this little table here. I pop this thing in here, goes like that, and I can put my water here, use a bucket for sink underneath and wash all my stuff when I'm done. One of those blue jugs you get at Walmart, you flip them on the side, they have the nozzle. Works out pretty good. So don't mind the noise all around me. It's we're at a dock here, and at the dock, and there's a lot of dinghies coming and going. So the two type of alcohol stoves. Here's an Origo. They're pretty nice little stove, easy, handy to use. I'm going to give you the comparisons of both stoves. I own both. I got this one first because I didn't have this one. But then a fellow boater was going to get rid of his because he didn't like the alcohol. So I bought it, got it at a good price. I'm really happy with it. One of the myths is people say that it doesn't boil water. I can tell you they both boil water. The propane stove does do it much quicker. I mean, you can turn this thing up fast and crank it out. But the difference is probably on a cup of water, maybe a minute, maybe less. Hard to say exactly. I haven't timed it, you know, mathematically. Like I got the timer out, but it boils it fast enough that you're not really paying attention. So the comparisons are this. And let me get my other notes here. Hang on a second, because I lost some of my notes. And they are gone. But I got these notes, so we'll be close enough. So the two types of stoves you got here for these things are, there's the ones at the Origo. It's just got a canister in it. You basically open it up right here. Press, you open it up, you got these canisters, you pour the alcohol in it. You can get this at any Home Depot store. It's just denatured alcohol. You pour it in, there's a certain amount you put in, somewhere around not quite a cup, but you fill it up, and you put these pads on it when you're not using it to keep it from evaporating. You put these in here, and you rotate these little valves. There's a little door there. I don't know if you can see that or not. It opens and closes. So, to give you a live demo, we'll just do it right now. I'll take this. I'll take this pad out. I'm going to throw a little bit of alcohol in it, just enough for your test to show you what's going on.
We got a place over on Queen.
Make sure these valves are closed when you close the lid. They're designed for that. Take your lighter, open it up. There, it's lit. You can't see the flame on these. I'm going to put some water on it. Let me get some water here a second. And let's throw a cup of water on it. We're talking to see how long it takes it to boil. Give me a napkin, huh?
They're okay to say hi if she is, but careful. You both want to say hi.
Okay. fuel away from the fire. So that's actually burning really
Dewey is the cocker.
very hot. I can't put my hand on it. So there's the water in it. Let's see how long it takes.
He looks like a Labrador slash.
That's basically how these stoves work. This Origo comes with a gimbal. It's a real basic system. The advantages of alcohol,
High cargo.
this type of alcohol, is that there's no hoses, no pressurization. You can carry the gas around and get it at a local hardware store and stuff like that. Versus propane, you have hoses, you have bottles of propane, and you have to get pressurized systems. And then there's one other alcohol stove that has the little pan that you pump up the stove, then you put the alcohol in the little tray and you get it hot. Then it creates more like a propane type valve where it's just squirting all kinds of stuff out. So those are the difference. And this one here, again, it's just standard propane. You hook it up to a bottle, you get your valve, open it up, off it goes. You can make it fast or slow. So that's the difference in the two stoves. One of the things you guys want to do when you do build your stove on little boats, there's a lot of boats that go by and your boat rocks. So I bolted this to this wooden base. It fits in these slots, so it stays here. Or it leaves on top here, but it gives me a space, an airspace, so that you don't burn the deck here. So you can get it really hot in the summertime. Not worry about your fiberglass getting really hot. What I do like about these stoves is these walls keep the grease and all the spatter contained. So when you're cooking bacon and things like that, it contains it. This one doesn't. And that's pretty much it. This is how I keep my utensils. Again, another Home Depot. You can tell I'm a famous Home Depot potter. But I got all my scissors, forks, knives, spoons, everything goes in here. It makes it easy to grab things. And this goes again up in that top section up there. So when I go to cook, I grab this, I grab a couple of pots, I put my table. It doesn't take long to do the cooking. It's really, really easy. Let's see how that water's going. It's already hot, quite hot. And I don't want to bore you with watching it, but I can guarantee you within 5 minutes and probably less, it'll be boiling. But when you're done with the stove, you just close this. It is adjustable. It's got levels. So it just opens and closes the valves a little bit. And you let it cool off, and when it's good and cold, open it up. Put your little plate back on here. You got your little gaskets. These are come in rubber. I bought paper ones at a local store, but I couldn't get the rubber ones, but you can get them. That goes there. You gotta make sure these things are in the closed position. Here's the close. There's the open. Bring it down and you're done. That's it. By the way, this pot you're looking at, you wonder what kind of pot it is. It's one of those nesting pots. One lid fits all the 4 pots. They're sold at West Marine. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger. They all fit inside one thing. And the handles come off. See here, you can take the handles off. It's really nice to be able to pop that handle off when you put in your pots away. And that's basically it. That's the cooking on sweet pea. Hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to be going down the Mississippi here soon, in about middle of the end of August, and all the way down to Florida and the Keys. So I'm going to be in this boat for a little while. I want to go to the South Pacific on Alita Fox, the other boat that you've seen in other videos. But the South Pacific's still closed because of COVID and there's a lot of stuff going on. I've been vaccinated, but even with vaccinations, they still have a lot of requirements. So that's the way it goes. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Text me any information or questions you have. And have happy boating out there in the small boat world.